Well, we've been off for the last week, and it was not intentional because, 4th of July really did a big number on this show.
And plus, I had some personal stuff I was having to take care of.
So did I.
Yeah.
Except it was just filled with a lot of partying and, watching fireworks, drinking, something, whatnot.
I'll be expecting to do that in a month. But anyways.
Welcome to the next episode. I think it's the 8th episode. I don't remember, but we're closer to the 10s. The very next episode of Gamers Talk NASCAR podcast. As always, I'm Elijah Leonard, and right alongside me is the co-host, White Walker.
And speaking of 8, I just want to get this out of the way. We didn't talk about it last week, but congratulations to Ty Gibbs and Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick finally got his first win, not this week, but last week at Road America. We didn't get to congratulate him, and now we did.
Yeah, and thank goodness that Reddick finally got the job done. And guess what? That's another first-time winner on a road course this year. That's another one. We've gone 3 for 3. See if we can go 4 for 4 at what's coming up next. Indy Road Course?
Indy Road Course and Watkins Glen. And I will be honest and say I don't think it's going to be 4 for 4 or 5 for 5, to be honest. Because those ones, I see another winner, like a person who's already won in the past, not a first-time winner.
Yeah.
But either one of those. The Charlotte Roval might be a different story, but, I mean, it could prove me wrong. I mean, Road America proved me wrong.
Yeah. It'll be very interesting. But let's go ahead and talk about Mid-Ohio, which was the very last road course stop for the Truck Series. We figured something was bound to happen. But one thing I feel like we had no idea was going to be happening was Mr. Parker Kligerman absolutely dominated that sucker.
Our boy Parker Kligerman, he's been in the truck. He's been doing part time for that truck. I forget what that truck team's called. You could probably
Henderson Motorsports.
Henderson, yeah. They've been doing so well. They haven't won since Talladega in 2017. Is that what they said?
Yes.
2017. He's been running up front. He's a good driver in a truck series. I saw that race. He dominated. He did amazing. I was so happy for him.
No, yeah. And it's absolutely amazing to see a team like that put on a clinic. Like, seriously, that team is filled with a lot of part-time employees. Only one employee is part-time. One employee. They're such a small team. And, they're
full-time.
It's only one team member that's full-time on that team. And it's amazing of how such a small team like Henderson Motorsports can put together some of the fastest trucks that you'll ever see on the racetrack.
And they picked a good driver to represent them too. Parker Kligerman, yes, he's good. He's good as a pit reporter, but he's damn well good as a driver too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Oh, man. And of course you got Zane Smith up there. I guess we had a pretty good idea that he was going to be up there, but
I was be honest, I love Parker Kligerman. I love him, but I was really hoping Zane Smith would get it, so it'd be like another driver in playoffs get another win. I don't know. I just like that. If you win a lot, I like that, but if you don't win, I don't want you to win. I don't know. I'm weird with that, but
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Whereas I'm the opposite, where I do want to see the underdog win, which to me, I said it yesterday, it should have happened in Atlanta, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. So let's get to these good old results here.
So yeah. So we mentioned the first two. We got Parker Kligerman, the winner. Then we got Zane Smith in second. Then we got Carson Hocevar, yet another good run by the 42 Nice driver for third. Then we got Stuart Friesen fourth. Christian Eckes fifth. We'll talk about some of these names here in a minute. Chandler Smith sixth. Kaz Grala good run for him. He got 7th. Derek Kraus, 8th. I was just talking to you about this before. The two teammates of Derek Kraus and Colby Howard, 8th and 9th.
Yep.
And another fantastic and a great run for Haley Deegan. A well-deserved, needed, good run. Top 10. That's great for her. I'm happy.
Finally. Like, she needs runs like these. I mean, I know there's only one more race before the chase starts. I mean, there's no way she's going to make it, but she needs runs like those. So if you want to set the tone for the next season, go out, have runs like these.
Then you got Grant Enfinger, 11th. Ty Majeski, 12th. Chase Purdy, 13th. Nice run for him. Austin Wayne Self back in the Truck Series after having 2 weeks off. Actually, 3 weeks off, basically, for his new kid. Congratulations to him. Taylor Gray, the ARCA winner, got a good top 15 Truck Series. Spencer Boy in the 12th. Timmy Hill, 17th. Matt Crafton, 18th. Matty D, I feel so terrible for him. He was doing good at the start, and then his car just shut off. He got back going, but he was never able to get back up to the front.
He just wasn't able to recover. I mean, it's not like what happened with Corey Haim closer to the beginning, but then it happened to Haim again. He wasn't able to recover from that. It's the same thing with Matty D. It just wasn't able to work out.
Matty D has been qualifying good. Can run up in the front. Probably could have a chance to win, but he's having bad luck at the close at the end.
Yeah.
I do not see him winning Pocono. I hate to say it, but I don't see him winning Pocono. Pocono's not for a couple weeks, if I'm correct, but I don't see it. I honestly don't see it. I hate to say it. I just don't.
Right.
Anyways, you got the ARCA winner's older brother, Tanner Gray, got top 20th. Tyler Ankrum, 21st. Steve, help me with his last name.
Stephen Malazzi.
Malazzi?
I feel like it's Malozzi or Malazzi.
Malazzi?
I think
he got a good top 25. Ben Rhodes, not a good race for him. He got 23rd. Lawless Allen, 24th. Teammate Chris Wright, 25th. Corey Haim, you mentioned him. He was our pole setter. Then, like you mentioned, transmission stuff, and he's 26th.
Yeah.
Dean Thompson, 27th. Another a bad run for John Hunter Nemechek. What happened? I forgot what happened to him. Did he have like an engine issue?
He had some form of engine issue late in the going, and that's what took him out.
Well, not took him out. He still ran, but he was so many laps down.
Oh, out of contention is what I meant, but
yeah. Well, speaking of drivers who are out, we got Jack Wood, Blaine Perkins, Justin Marks. I feel bad for Justin Marks. He's done so well.
Dude, it would have been so cool to see Justin Marks go back to victory lane. He just created some of that 2016 nostalgia, but I mean, if it was raining like hell, that really would have been awesome. But unfortunately, something happened with the truck, and he just pancaked it into the tire barrier and took him out.
I'm predicting. Here's my prediction. I've noticed that Trackhouse might have a small bit of alliance from Nice.
Yeah.
With that, I picture if Carson Hocevar ended up somehow going to the Cup Series, in a year's time, I have a gut feeling I know what team he's going to drive for.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about this. You look at some. Ross Chastain's won. Was it twice in the 41 this year?
I think either once or twice.
Once or twice. He's won that one. Daniel Suarez subbed for Carson Hocevar in the 42 with his leg at Sonoma and got a good finish. Justin Marks just now did it in the 41. I swear, if Pitbull somehow makes a run, I know it's not going to happen, but if Pitbull magically drives to 41, you can obviously see that Trackhouse might have a bit of alliance
It,
and will probably host some of these drivers
hold
in
on,
the Cup
hold
Series.
on. Did you say Pitbull takes a shot at the 41?
Yes, I was making
So,
a joke
so
saying that. Yeah,
see,
just
I
imagine that.
dare anybody that watches this and is an NR 2003 painter. I dare you to paint a Pitbull truck with Pitbull as the driver, please. That'd be
That'll
freaking
be fun.
hilarious.
And watch it magically wins the race.
Oh my gosh. If that happens, everybody on the Twitter's gonna riot. Twitter will riot over that.
All jokes aside, it's tough break for him and Dylan Lupton. He was doing well too.
Yeah,
Then got Ki- Kineko. How do you say that?
Miura. I think it's Miura.
Miura.
Kenko Miura. I don't know. That's
Connor Mos Connor Mosak was doing good. Then he had brake issues. Trey Burke. How
yep.
do you say that?
Burke.
Burke, and then got Mason Felipe rounding out the field on 36.
Yep. Engine issues, dude. If he had engine issues twice, if you have engine issues one time, just pull it over, get it off the track. But he did. He pulled it off to the access road, but he went all the way through the access road back onto the track.
What is this I'm seeing? Look at the go into the standings. Go to standings on NASCAR.com. I was about to go mention something about standings.
Okay.
Look at the sixth spot.
Parker Kligerman is in. He's in.
And
Yes.
so is Corey Heim. So is Corey Heim.
Yes. Hashtag part-timers in the playoffs. Part-timers have a chance.
That is amazing. I find that super funny.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you, NASCAR. Part-timers have a chance. No, they don't.
That's funny.
But it would be
funny.
funny.
That would be funny as hell. I just happened to see that, and I just saw Parker Kligerman. I just laughed and then see, oh, there's Corey Heim too.
It's funny. It's funny of how points-wise, regular season points-wise, they both have made the same number of starts. Corey Heim has 2 wins, 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s, only 3 DNFs, and
Yeah.
and Parker Kligerman. Corey Heim's 20th in points, by the way. Kligerman is 16th in the standings, 1 win, 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s.
And 0 DNFs.
Yes, which some people think that, may think that runs good runs actually make a difference. DNFs, I feel like, also make a really big difference as well.
Yeah.
So
I want to point out, like we mentioned DNFs. Looking at all the guys that are currently look like they might make the playoffs. Well, actually, I think the guys above that are locked into the playoffs.
yeah,
Zane Smith, both Zane and Chandler, and also Ty Majeski has not DNF'd.
not a single time.
Not a single time. Those 3 on there. And I always want to pull this up because we got the regular season point standings here. Zane Smith is above Ben Rhodes by 70 points. I think by stage 1, he wins stage 1. Zane Smith is going to lock for the regular season champion.
Oh, 100%.
Those extra points.
It's gonna happen. Like Zane Smith all Zane Smith has to do is just run perfect in stages 1 and 2 at Pocono. That's all he has to do to clinch it.
Zane Smith is obviously a playoff favorite. He's actually a championship favorite.
Yeah.
My opinion. I honestly think he's been running up twice. But he's only had like 1 or 2 wins each season.
Yeah.
Now he's won the most he's done in the season. He has the most wins of everyone else. And some of these tracks he's good at. That man is probably going to be someone to be afraid of come Phoenix.
He's gonna
Who's
be
finished
he'll be a
twice.
dangerous man when it comes to Phoenix. This man, if he actually wins maybe one or two more times throughout the course of the chase, he will be a very dangerous man going into the Final Four.
And you think about the race. I'm about to pull that up. You think about the races coming up too. Let me. And not counting Pocono, but
yeah,
you count out some of the tracks. I know Bristol is one. Hold on. Here it is. Lucas Oil. That one I feel like could be I feel like that was more of a wild. That's kind of a wild card one, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, it'll be a wild card for a vast majority of the drivers, but I feel like only one guy is definitely going to be in. He's definitely going to be in the race. He's full time anyway. But the one guy I feel like that is going to benefit the most from this is Matt Crafton. One of his first starts came at IRP back in 2001 when they ran there at the time.
You mentioned that, and you look over at the other two tracks. You got Richmond. The last time we went there, I believe that John Nemechek beat his boss.
Yeah.
For that win. And then you got Kansas Speedway. Who won Kansas?
Oh gosh.
Zane Smith.
That's right. Yeah.
Zane Smith. And that's probably going to be a battle between him and Ty Majeski, on my opinion on that. So this is going to be a good first round.
Mm-hmm.
This first round is going to be really interesting.
It will be 100%.
And then you got the second round. You got Bristol, Talladega, and Homestead.
That's right. Okay.
Honestly, I think all the trucks races are going to be wild cards, to be honest.
So, I'm trying to figure out. I know out of all the drivers that are not won this year that have clinched playoff spots, I'm trying to remember that. I know Carson Hocevar got in.
I got you. So the three are locked in by points. I have the playoff thing right here, and I already have them colored orange on there. So the guys are locked in are Ty Majeski, Christian Eckes, and Carson Hocevar. Yep. They're locked in by points. The guys who are not locked in, Grant Enfinger is only up by 47. Matt Crafton dropped the point, being 19 plus. So these guys are the bubble, and the only guy I think have a shot to point his way in is Derek Kraus, who's 19 below. Ironically, he's numbered. Then you got the three must wins here: Tyler Ankrum 46, Matt DiBenedetto 63, and Tanner Gray 72.
Yeah. Man,
so this is going to be an interesting battle, and I'm looking at the races we got left. I think Edfinger's a safe bet to make it in.
Yeah.
But do you think Crafton or Kraus is going to make it in at Pocono?
Age and experience versus youth and daring do. Man, which do I feel like will prevail the best? I would say Crafton because of the experience that he's got, you know. But I would also say Derek Kraus because recently he has just had the speed and he has just fired right out of the gate. I mean, Gateway, I feel like, showed it the best.
Here's my question to you. How has Matt Crafton performed at Pocono? Like, has he mostly known for DNFing, or is he or wrecking at times, or is he actually good? He's never won. I know he's not won Pocono.
No.
Matt Crafton's never won Pocono.
I'm actually going to figure this out.
When did they start racing there?
2010.
2010.
So.
2010 NASCAR truck. Oh.
Let me see.
Okay.
Here we go. So recent. Oh, this is
Top.
saying recent truck races in 2019. No, I don't want that. I want Pocono. I want Pocono stats. Here. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah, I'm trying to as well.
Why won't they show me? Okay, here we go. So, out of the 12 races ran at Pocono in trucks, Matt Crafton has 0 wins, 2 top 5s, 8 top 10s, 10 top 20s. He's led 1 lap, unbelievably, at Pocono. 1 lap. Has his best finish has been 3rd, his worst finish 4th, and out of all the 12 starts he's made, he's DNF'd there twice. His average finish is 12.0.
That is, yeah, that kind of proves that. That's why I wanted to see. Because, like, Matt Crafton looks like he has that.
Now, if we look at... No, he's not on here. Dang it. Derek Kraus. I was trying to look for Derek Kraus.
Derek Kraus would have 2 finishes. Would have, like, 2 races, I believe.
Let me see. I'm trying to find Kraus there. Well, he's in the... These stats. Alright. Let's see. Derek Kraus results by truck track. Alright, here we go. Of the 2 races, apparently 2 races, that he ran at Pocono, no wins, of course, no top 5s, 2 top 10s, 2 top 20s, average finish of 10.0.
Oh.
So,
And he has no DNFs.
not a single one, according to this.
What was his finishing positions?
2 top 5s.
2 top
Or
5s.
0 top 5s, 2 top 10s, and
Are
2
you-
top 20s.
He has a couple of top 10s. So that's actually really interesting.
It is interesting.
He has
I would say Matt Crafton, because those stats show that, you know, he's fairly good at Pocono, even though he hasn't won there. He does have a few top 5s over that he can hold over Derek Kraus. And I mean, unbelievably, I'm still shocked that he has led only 1 lap at that sucker. But I'm gonna have to say, I mean, as much as I would want to say Matt Crafton, I feel like Derek Kraus could point his way in, because again, he's had that speed throughout the last couple weeks. I feel like ever since Gateway, he is fired right out of the gate. So, I mean, he could do it. But again,
see, they'll have a couple weeks to prepare.
yeah. But I'm also gonna say, do not count out Matt Crafton yet. Not yet. Don't do it yet.
We can also say We can also say that that Edfinger may not have a good day either, because he's never won there as well.
All right. Exactly.
That just looking at them, Edfinger's only made like, say, 6, maybe 5, 6 starts.
I'd say so.
And I'm not sure how well he's done in those. Maybe he's done better than all of them. I don't remember. I'm trying to look at that.
Actually, here, I got this. So, at Pocono, of the 5 races that he has run there, 0 wins, 0 top 5s, 2 top 10s, 4 top 20s, and has an average finish of 15.2.
So he's worse than both of them.
Slightly worse.
He is slightly worse. That's actually concerning.
If I were Grant and Finger, I'd be a little bit concerned.
So we could end up having both Kraus and Crafton make it.
You could. Very well could.
That's a bad sign for Edfinger.
That is.
Sounds like it's not one of his best tracks, so this is gonna be really interesting to watch these 3.
It will be. But
All right.
alrighty, let's get ahead to Atlanta, where it is the home of the Georgia natives, who ruled
And
that weekend pretty much.
oh yeah, and speaking of a Georgia native, let's talk about Austin Hill.
Yep.
How about that?
Honestly, okay. So the thoughts on the race itself, it's never gonna grow on me. I don't really like the style of racing on a track that's closer to a mile and a half.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I appreciate of how Steve Letarte, Rick Allen, Jeff Burndale Jr., all of them will praise it. It's like, oh man, it's brought fans back to the track. Like, this is incredible. It's unbelievable. Yeah, because you're just feeding off the energy. Either that, or you're just really getting hyped up over a type of racing, just a particular type of racing that doesn't belong on a track like that. Personally, in my opinion.
I don't know. I was not a huge. The race was good. The finish was good. I don't know. Just didn't really care for it as much.
I will say, the only best part about that
Oh,
race
brother, here we go.
was Ryan Truex giving an assist to Riley Herbst, which sent him up into Ty Gibbs, put him in the wall, and ended that boy's day. Yeah, thank goodness.
Yep. I had a feeling that was coming. It's like, here we go.
You knew that was coming. But hey, Truex got third though, so I mean, I'm happy to see that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, speaking of that, Austin Hill, we already said he's the winner. Josh Berry. If we didn't do early on predictions, but he would have probably been my pick. Both me and our buddy Derek, we picked Josh Berry. We kind of figured he was going to be pretty good. I think he ran last time, got caught up in a wreck.
Yeah.
And he proved that. Second place. Attaboy by Josh Berry. He's probably going to be a sleeper pick for the championship. I think he's making it to championship for it, but it is going to be really, really interesting to see if he will end up getting that championship, or will someone else like Ty Gibbs or AJ Allmendinger will take it.
No, yeah.
I know you hate him, but you can even agree with me saying like Ty Gibbs is definitely a championship favorite.
I have to say that, unfortunately.
But we know that AJ Allmendinger is probably going to be another one, but the last one's going to be a wild one. I think Josh Berry might be a guy that can make his way to get in there, make his first ever championship four.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got Ryan Truex making his possibly final start with Joe Gibbs Racing. Tyler Reddick finished fourth. Didn't he get into a wreck?
I think he did.
Tyler Reddick got into a wreck and he finished fourth. Attaboy by him. Daniel Hemrick coming back with a top five, much needed. Noah Gragson 6th. Justin Allgaier 7th. Landon Castle 8th. Riley Herbst 9th. I will be right back. Take over for me.
Oh man! All right. Well, that's kind of interesting of what's going on in the background of Wyatt Walker's facilities. But yes, so leaving off here, I'm gonna actually pick up that Daniel Hemrick. So you got Gregson 6th, Justin Allgaier 7th, Landon Castle, good run from 8th. Riley Herbst, our good old Monster Energy hero, finished 9th. Definitely put the Monster Energy antagonist into the wall, in my personal opinion. And AJ Allmendinger comes home in the top 10. Then you have, in this order, Brandon Jones, Sheldon Creed, Jeb Burton, Anthony Alfredo, Ryan Sieg, Kyle Sieg. Both of the Siegs actually doing not too bad. 15th and 16th for both of them. Jeremy Clements, Mike Snyder, Jeffrey Earnhardt, who I feel like could have had a much better run than what he did. I mean, like, I understand he ran top 5, but unfortunately just wasn't able to finish there. But still, good effort for him. Started 19th, finishes 19th. Brett Moffitt will round out the top 20. Then in this order, you have Ryan Vargas, David Starr, Alex LeBay, Mason Massey, Josh Williams, Joey Gase, Natalie Decker, Cesar Baccarella, Bailey Curry, and Joe Graff Jr. completed the top 30. And then from 31st on down to 38th, in this order, Brendan Poole, Jussie Rugi, Brandon Brown, Sam Mayer, Ty Gibbs, J.J. Yaley, Matt Mills, and Sage Karam all complete the top 38 and pretty much complete the field. But I do feel bad for somebody like Sam Mayer. There just was a mistake. I mean, obviously he made a mistake when he was. I think he was trying to line up behind or in front of Jeffrey Earnhardt, and just something went wrong, and he ended up into the outside wall, which ultimately ended his day. Derek had his opinions, but still, nonetheless,
he had multiple opinions on that one. Some I kind of disagreed with, but it's fine. Sorry about that. I had little kid issues.
No, I heard. I heard for the last couple minutes.
Yeah, I did too. I tried to ignore him, but then it's like it got to the point like I can't. I sent them all three. I sent them all three downstairs. Like I can't.
It's like go downstairs. I'm trying to do a show here.
More like I don't want to hear you screaming if you're fighting all the way upstairs. Like take it downstairs. Take it to her. Like I can't. I don't want to handle that crap.
I'm in the middle of recording a show. Damn it.
And I think someone's slamming the door downstairs. So, oh well. Anyways, I think you just got done saying Sam Mayer, so
yeah.
We got Ty. We got your favorite guy, Ty. Actually, you do that one.
I already did. I already did it all.
Oh, you did all of them?
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Well, yeah, I'm about with them on that part right there. Looking at the points, we still have 9 more races left till they have their playoff start. Now, honestly, by the looks of this, go ahead.
Well, first of all, by the looks of this playoff grid is actually correct. No part-timers here.
Oh yeah, I didn't really see that standings part of that.
But yeah. Anyways, as you were saying.
Well, first off, while I'm looking at this right now, looking at the regular season points tied. Oh, AJ Allmendinger leads that. 29 over Ty Gibbs, so
thank the Lord.
There's still a chance to where like one of these guys, like I say I don't know about Austin Hill from that far back, but I say maybe from Josh Berry up. Yes, he's 60. Oh, actually Noah Gragson up. I didn't see he was 67. He's lower actually. So I think for like Noah Gragson up, even yes he's 67. He can still with 9 races. That's still not bad to try to make the regular season.
You still got plenty of time. I mean,
exactly. I don't know about Austin Hill down. Like, I don't see unless you win a bunch. I don't see how 130 can get there quickly. I'm sorry to say.
I'm gonna say this: from Austin Hill down to probably I'd say Riley Herbst, they are long shots. Everybody else down, they're out of the regular season hunt.
Exactly. And speaking of that, looking at the playoff right now, playoff grade, Ty Gibbs is the only one up, has 4 wins. AJ Allmendinger, Allgaier, Gragson, Josh Berry, and now Austin Hill are the rest of the drivers have 2 wins, with only Brandon Jones the only one-time winner.
Yeah. Yep. But he's still in. He's still in this thing.
Kind of saying something, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But now you got Sam Mayer, who's 149 above the cut line.
Yep.
That's really good. You got Riley Herbst, 141. Daniel Hemrick's back in the hundreds with 113. Ryan Sieg with 81. And then Landon Castle up by 80. Honestly, unless Alfredo, Creed, Brown, Moffitt, even Jeb Burton get their act together, they're still Alfredo 80th, Creed 95, Brown 100, Moffitt 101. They're this far down. I legit don't see how. Burton's only he's tied with Moffitt.
Yeah.
Burton is tied with Moffitt. These 4 drivers need to have a good actually 5 drivers. These 5 drivers need to start having great races because they are running out of time.
Yeah.
I don't see them making it at all. I think where the playoff is right now, I think that's how it's going to be for the next 9 weeks. unless unless something happens to like Landon Castle, Ryan Sieg, or Anthony Alfredo, or Sean Creed gets a win. I don't see this changing at all.
Personally, the only change I see being made somewhere within the next 9 weeks or so is with Ryan Sieg. I don't see any changes from 11th on up unless if there's something extremely catastrophic that happens at least 2 or 3 times throughout the next 9 weeks. Ryan Sieg, I feel like, is the only one that is at the most vulnerable of
I
getting
don't think
getting
so. But
eliminated.
yes, he's shown us below, but he's higher points than Landon Castle. Like he's only a point ahead. Oh, it does show. Why? Yeah, if you look over here on the right
Yeah,
side, he's only 80. Landon Castle's only 80 plus, and Ryan Sieg's 81 plus.
yeah.
So I think these two are the most vulnerable than anyone else.
I just see more with Ryan Sieg than I do Landon Castle, though, personally.
Ryan Sieg's been running
I mean,
good.
they both have been running consistently, but I just I feel like I just see more issues happening with Ryan Sieg more than I do Landon Castle, and I'm not 100% sure why. It could have to do with experience, but I don't know.
But this is going to be really interesting. We still got a whole bunch of races left to figure it out,
Yeah.
and we'll get when we get there, we get there.
When we get there, we get there. Okay, it's time. It's time for the main event, the Cup Series. Oh my gosh, man, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to this race, mainly because I was painting cars, but yeah, I have seen some of the stuff that went down. I mean, first of all, Ross Chastain versus Denny Hamlin 2.
Ross Chastain, I don't know what is going on. I mean, I
He
want
he's running good, but there's just mistakes that are being made. I don't know if it's from a standpoint of wrong place, wrong time, or right place, or wrong time, or something, or if it's he's just being way too aggressive at
I
this
think he's
stage of the
being way too
season.
aggressive.
He's already in, so I mean, like, that doesn't. I mean, I know you own up to these uh, moments on the racetrack as mistakes,
How far
but
is that going to go?
but you don't you don't you don't need to be driving like this 100% of the time. I want him to change, but I don't want him to change. I love the fact that he's aggressive, but oh my gosh.
Gotta tone it down.
Tone down just a little bit. Turn down the
Anyways,
volume on Ross Chastain just a little notch or two.
well, we obviously see why I'm wearing my Napa hat
Oh, of
because
course.
Chase Elliott is our winner, and you mentioned Georgia driver. He finally won at Georgia.
Joins his daddy as an Atlanta winner. So I mean that's cool to see. But here's something I feel like should have happened, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. Corey LaJoie, I feel like could have been a really good candidate to win that race. I know you wouldn't have wanted that, Wyatt, but I do, because that would have thrown a monkey wrench into the playoff picture, and that would have caused a lot more drama throughout the next 8-9 weeks, which that would have been fun to watch personally.
Yeah,
That would have been really fun to watch, just to see some of these other drivers, some of the other bigger teams just struggle to try to get in. But and then you have Spire up there with Corey LaJoie. That would have been cool to see personally, but no,
it would have been.
it happened. Stuff that basically that block or the push around Corey on the outside happened, and when I saw that, I was like, "Dang it! I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it."
Are they actually not grant him a playoff waiver?
Who did they grant a playoff waiver?
I'm looking at the points right now because, like, even if Corey LaJoie won that, he would have to fight to get past Brad Keselowski for the points because it has to be in the top 30.
Personally, I feel like that might be a slightly easy fight for Corey. Listen, because Brad K, man, I understand. A championship caliber driver, here he is 10 years later, driving for equipment that he has 50% ownership over. And he hasn't been doing all that hot. He really hasn't.
Believe it or not, even if you take away the 100 points on there, he's still probably going to be 24th in points.
Yeah.
He's still be 24th in points, nowhere even close to the cutoff.
Oh yeah.
I actually need to update some of that. I need to go back there and update a lot of it.
Yeah.
But my issue with this is, if you look at the playoff, you're on there, that playoff deal, Chris Buescher is showing not even eligible for it.
What? Really?
Look, click on the standings and look at the very bottom.
No, what in the world?
I don't understand.
It's weird. NASCAR.com's playoff grid, it looks really weird.
Yes, he missed a race, but come on now, don't do that to him.
Don't do that to this poor boy. This poor boy was out the week before with COVID. Why do that to our poor boy? Come on now.
Holy crap! Looking at the points, Cole Custer and Ty Dillon are actually getting close to Ricky Stenhouse to be the 25th spot.
That's something.
We're getting off track a bit,
but still, I mean, it goes to show you that these next 8 weeks, a lot of these other teams, although they may be creeping up there, they're not really going to have much of a chance to get in. The only wild card to that, though, is the regular season finale at Daytona. That is their one last shot, one last legitimate shot of getting in. Other than that, it's a wasted opportunity.
Now let's go ahead and go through the results here real quick. We got Ross Chastain. Let me pull him down. There we go. Austin Cindric, a good top 3 finish. Nice job for the rookie. Eric Jones, another good super speedway run by the 43. Brian Blaney 5th. Daniel Suarez 6th. A really good day for Trackhouse. How about a good day for Colleague Racing? Justin Haley 7th place. Attaboy. Eric Almirola 10th. Cole Custer 9th.
Yes.
And then Harrison Burton 10th.
It's about damn time that he actually got a good top 10 finish.
Mark Truex Jr. 11th, Kevin Harvick 12th, Kyle Larson 13th, Bubba Wallace 14th, Michael McDowell 15th, Chase Briscoe 16th, Todd Gilliland 17th, Keselowski 18th, Christopher Bell 19th, Kyle Busch 20th. You mentioned our boy could have won, Corey LaJoie 21st.
Yep.
Then you got Kurt Busch involved in an accident along with Corey LaJoie.
Yep.
Cody Ware, Landon Castle, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Garrett Smithley, Ty Dillon, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Ricky Stenhouse, Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, How am I not surprised by Noah Gragson?
Unfortunately, it's sad but true.
Austin Dillon and
BJ McLeod. Something to point out about Denny. Had himself a good day, right? He had himself a good day, but ever since that incident that he had with Ross, his day went from good to bad. Then he got caught up in another incident, and that day went from bad to worse. My gosh, man. I don't know what else to say. I really don't.
I'm looking at the points right now. Michael McDowell is 1 point away from being in the top 20.
He is, isn't he? Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. Just Michael McDowell could end up being a late factor. Guess we have 8 races left?
Yeah, we have 8 races to go coming up here.
He can still get in. Michael McDowell can still get in. He could still probably point his way in.
I mean, he's got a chance.
this is going to be really interesting on these points. So I'm actually going to go back over the points real quick to get this figured out. So Chase Elliott's now the only driver with 3 wins.
Yep.
Then you got Force the main 4, Chastain, Logano, Byron, Hamlin, 2 wins. Then you got everyone else with a win. Ryan Blaney is 133 points above. Truex is 62, and Christopher Bell is only 19 above the playoffs.
Yeah.
Harvick is 19 above. Eric Almirola is 40. Oh, wait, not above. 19 below. Eric Almirola is 42 below. Eric Jones is 76 below, and Austin Hill is 116 below.
Oh gosh.
And then Michael McDowell is next with 117.
All right.
Michael McDowell can easily point his way in.
I mean, if he keeps getting some really good runs and good qualifying efforts to put him up towards the front, if he runs up at the front for a good portion of time and actually is up at the front to finish, like say top 10, top 5, top 10s, I mean, he's got a shot.
I remember watching the video with when Iceberg was talking about like the most underrated driver series, underrated or something along those lines. Let's go back and see what he put at. But he talked about Michael McDowell.
Yeah.
And I will have to agree about that because he is. No one really thought he had a chance to like probably make it up there, but he has shown us wrong close to the end. The next gen car, he's learning it. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. I mean, he really is. I mean, I feel like with some of these other smaller teams that have just come up into the picture. I mean, think back to Fontana. It was a great unknown at first, right? RCR is up there, which kind of was expected. But then you have out of nowhere, Patty GMS with Eric Jones running in second. And he was up there throughout most of the race. Those are just a couple of examples. Michael McDowell at Gateway, since we're talking about him, led a good portion of the race.
Michael McDowell at any road course.
Pretty much.
I always get excited when I used to watch him when he was in the Loudon family, which was in the 95. I was always excited when he ended up qualifying top 10.
Yeah.
In the races because he's always that underdog that I always like the underdogs, and Michael McDowell found a good home in front row, and I think that's a perfect stay for him. He should, if he has to retire, I think he definitely should retire from front row motors.
Well, here's another guy that I feel like would have been a really good underdog when it comes to road courses. I've basically become a fan of this guy, Joey Hand. If he did not finish 21st, if he actually stayed right up there, I mean, or at least worked his way up there, he would have finished top 10 in a Rick Ware racing car. He finished second in stage 2 in a Rick Ware racing car.
That just shows, Cody Ware. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah.
I think Parker Klinger would have done good too. I would have loved to see that.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, man. You might lose your spot to Parker Klingerman if you're not careful.
I swear.
I just imagine.
But it's just like Rick Ware kicks out his son for Parker to be like, Dad, why are you kicking me out? Sorry, son.
And the next thing you know, Parker Klingerman's got to win.
Sorry, son. You ran out of talent. Talladega sure proved it. People were talking good about you, and then you just went over and screwed it in turn 1.
Honestly, I think the announcers did the same thing to Garrett Smithley.
Yeah.
Bro.
They did, didn't they, at Atlanta this past yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Oh my gosh, he actually was running pretty well.
He ran pretty well, and the next thing you know, he's involved in that big old that big. Who
The
was
big one
involved?
in turn 3.
Yeah, I forgot who was involved. I think Byron was in
Byron
that one.
Reddick was another. Uh,
Yeah,
there were a few. There were a few people, but I don't know exactly.
but yeah, that just sucks. That just kind of sucks on that part. They were doing so well.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's the next? I think the next race is Loudon, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going
Yeah.
to Loudon next.
This is where it's going to get interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Next races are New Hampshire, Pocono, Indy Roval, Michigan, Richmond.
Oh man, just so how many tracks before? Hold on. So I'm just saying, how many tracks before Michigan?
We have 3 more before Michigan.
The countdown is on.
Countdown to Michigan for us.
Yeah, I just had to get that out of the way. So 3 more races until we get to MIS in person. So I'm really excited for that. Just to see this next gen car in action, and that'd be fun. I can't wait. Anyways,
I can't.
so speaking of Loudon, let's go ahead and talk about Loudon. Trucks is off for this week, so we've got Xfinity and Cup. The Magic Mile. All right. Well, other than the Whelen Modified Tour, but we don't talk about Whelen Modified Tour. If Alex Bonsinger was here, we'd have him do Modified Corner, and he'd do his stuff. But Bonsinger is not here. Anyways, so Magic Mile. This is gonna be interesting. The Cran 200. Are you serious? The Xfinity race is named after a Cran. What kind of Cran's Crayola?
The Cup Series is called the Am Better.
Is
It
it?
reminds me of Amber Heard.
Oh my god. Oh, Amber Turd, man. Yeah, the Amber Turd just snuck in some money just to get her name to be in a NASCAR race. Totally. And of all places, she chose the Magic Mile, which Magic was not on her side. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about New Hampshire, for crying sakes. For crying out loud. For crying sakes. So, let's talk about it. So, basically Loudon, we all know, is basically 1 mile racetrack. Very kind of flat corners, kind of like what you'd see at Bowman Gray. But this is going to be a little bit of a mystery, because with this next gen car coming out here and actually running there for the very first time. So, with Xfinity,
You're probably going to be shifting twice.
they probably may shift down to 3rd gear. Obviously they're going to shift down to 3rd gear, but they'll probably go from 5 to 3. But Xfinity, we kind of have a pretty good idea of what we're going to see. Should Christopher Bell be a part of it, it probably will be the Christopher Bell show. But if not, hey, may the best driver win. Anyways, so New Hampshire, what are we going to have to expect?
Honestly, it's like with all other road courses, probably not going to be a lot of passing, I hate to say.
Yeah.
Especially on the Cup Series side. Xfinity, we may have some battles. We've had some pretty good battles in the past. I mean, Christopher Bell's won many of those battles, but the main one I can remember on the Xfinity side was probably Christopher Bell's first New Hampshire win was he David and Goliath deal with Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, when he was an Xfinity regular at the time and actually battled Keselowski for a win. That one was actually pretty cool. I liked that one.
That was pretty memorable.
But if Christopher Bell does go in that race, guess what? He's Goliath, so David done growed up to be Goliath. Just like how some Xfinity guys will turn into Goliath when they go to Cup. Anyways, But the Cup side, yeah, that Cup side will be interesting though, because we may not see a whole bunch of passing, because I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to watch. I mean, I'm not gonna be too invested into it, but I don't know yet. Don't know yet until we
I'm trying to
get
be.
to that point.
I'm trying to think back. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I already
Yeah.
go for it.
I'm trying to think back on the last short tracks or somewhat short track gateway, like how hard it was to pass.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty interesting. And basically, if you start up front, you're probably going to be up there for a good loop.
Yeah.
I'd say, and we think about the guys who's won there in the past. Sorry about that. Anyways, the guys I have my eye on that race, yes, Christopher Bell, who's starting to become like an ace at that track.
Yeah.
But you have to bring up these other names as well. Drivers who's won there in the past. Joe, who's really active and probably close to getting wins.
Mm-hmm.
Guy like Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
You gotta have those guys in the pack. And all of those except one of those has won a race.
That's true.
You can even throw in non New Hampshire winning drivers. Like you can throw Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain. Hell, I think he's won there before. Kurt Busch. You can even throw Kurt Busch in that factor.
Yeah, I think he has won there before. I think.
You can even put Tyler Reddick in that factor too, because there's also these guys who can do good in short tracks.
Yeah.
Now I don't see a guy like Alex Bowman or Austin Cindric being close to it. Maybe Suarez. Suarez could pull something.
That's possible.
But yeah, on that, I just feel like, damn. I just see like someone like that doing that. I don't see another upset like what Eric Almirola did.
Yeah.
I don't see another Eric Almirola upset coming up.
It'll be interesting if he does pull one.
Unless the upset's going to be Michael McDowell.
I swear, if it is, that'd be awesome. That really would be.
Michael McDowell, I would not mind. That would be a shake-up and shake-ups.
Yeah. All right. But I feel like it would be a perfect time to get down to our predictions. Again, Trucks is off, so it's just Xfinity and Cup. So here we go. We give you a driver who we think is going to win. It's pretty self-explanatory. We give you a driver who we think is going to be the guy to stay away from. Basically, the driver that has been doing well the last couple of weeks, or we're just coming up to a track where they suck at. The dark horse is the exact opposite. New Hampshire is definitely going to be a very interesting race. I don't even know how else to really put it, but Wyatt, you're up first.
So, right now, it's hard to think like who's all in the Xfinity race. We don't know if there's any going to be Cup guys. I think there's supposed to be the 17 back. I'm not sure.
No,
I honestly, 17. I don't know if 17 is supposed to be. I don't know if Christopher Bell is going to be taking over to 8 for this weekend. 18, I mean. I don't know.
It'd be interesting if Gibbs drove a 17 car. I don't see it, but it'd be funny.
So I'm gonna go off the regular guys. My dark horse. I'm gonna have to give it to Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs has been on the ball lately. He has the most wins. Yeah, I know. But you'll probably like my other picks though.
All right.
My driver to stay away from, I'm going to pick Sheldon Creed.
That's understandable.
He has no experience at Loudon. and he's not doing good at all anyway, so I don't think he's going to do good. My winner, if Christopher Bell is not in it, is a short track ace. He got second place last week. He's probably going to go one up better. I think it's going to be Josh Berry.
Oh, yeah. Yep. 100%. Could happen.
If Christopher Bell is not in this race, I think it's Josh Berry.
Yeah. Whoop. Uh-oh. Did this man have some technical difficulties? This man froze. Uh-oh. I think he froze. Oh no. He do be a frozen man. He do be a frozen man. I don't know exactly what the deal is, but he's just here. This is Wyatt, guys. Wyatt Walker, ladies and gentlemen. The man that has yet to move from this very posture. Oh. And looks like, yep, there we go. There it is. He just switched.
Yep, video. Bro. So far, and then my internet just went crap.
Oh man. Dang. Alright. At least you got your Xfinity picks out of the way. Now it's time to get to Cup.
So, I'm thinking good about this one. We talked about him as a dark horse.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be a dark horse for this.
Yeah.
He's good at everywhere else. You might as well put him in the hat for New Hampshire. Michael McDowell.
Yes, I agree. I agree with this one. Oh.
There we go. No, I'm good now.
Oh, there you go.
My driver to stay away from. Yeah, I'll go with him. I'm gonna go Chris Buescher.
Yeah.
Driver to win. You already know. Christopher Bell.
100%.
Should have won. He should have won last year, and with his good knowledge of that track and the next gen car, I think he's going to do good. I think he'll win.
Yeah.
I honestly think he'll win. As much as I don't want to see another 14th winner, he'll be the one I'll be happy about seeing the victory lane.
That definitely would be a very interesting 14th pick right there. But all right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is officially my turn. So,
Unfortunately.
Sure, unfortunately for you. For my driver to win. All right, here we go. So this is going to be a pretty tough one for me. But I'm going to say for my driver to win, I would 100% have to agree with Josh Berry on this one. Short track guy. Definitely would use that short track experience to his advantage at a place like New Hampshire. Even though it's a 1 mile racetrack, still doesn't make a difference. I mean, he won Dover, which is also a 1 mile racetrack, but this is different. This is a different style of racetrack.
He won Martinsville, so don't forget about he won that short track, though.
He did too. He did win that one. That's true. Driver to stay away from. I think I'm gonna go ahead and choose for my driver to stay away from Sheldon Creed. I think I might have to agree with this one. He shows speed. He really does. But there's, again, always something that happens to this poor boy. And I feel bad. I feel bad about it.
Bad for the rookie.
So now my dark horse, AJ Allmendinger. 100%. AJ Allmendinger, my dark horse.
I knew you would.
Of course you did.
I knew it too. It was like, let's see. He's not gonna. I know he's not gonna go with me and go Ty Gibbs. So he might as well probably gonna take AJ Allmendinger. AJ Allmendinger. Yep, called it.
Yeah, I will only choose Ty Gibbs as the driver to stay away from. That's it. Here we go for the Cup side. Driver to win. I personally think, you know, he does run pretty decent at New Hampshire. If I were to look at, hold on, let me actually go ahead and look up his stats. Let me see here. So it's basically similar website. All right. So, let's see, of all the races that he has done and that he has competed in at New Hampshire, he has, let's see, this really does not help all that much. He has, yeah, man, my gosh, this does not really help. But he may not have won there, but he really has done pretty much well there. I'm still trying to. Oh no, that's not it. Come on. Alright, here we go. Probably this in it. Oh well. So, actually no, yeah. So of all the races that he has ran in New Hampshire, he has 0 wins, but he has 7 top 5s, 13 top 10s, has an average finish of 12.0. I personally think this is the year that he wins at New Hampshire. I feel like he has a shot. Martin Truex Jr. is going to be my driver to win.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm actually kind of
That's a good one.
Actually kind of going with an interesting pick on this one. So, my driver to stay away from, I think for my driver to stay away from, I'm going to have to agree with Chris Buescher. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to have to. My dark horse, I'm going to say Christopher Bell. I wanted to say Bell as the driver to win, but, you know, it wouldn't have really worked out. So I'm picking Bell as the dark horse just to be on the safe side of things.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That took about 50 years to try to find Martin Truex's stats at New Hampshire. But I finally got him. Anyways, so any final thoughts before we get the New Hampshire weekend underway?
Nope. I ain't got enough final thoughts, but let's just keep it clean and Ross, make sure you try to be careful.
No, yeah.
Also, shout out to Bobby Labonte for winning his first SRX race.
Thank the Lord he finally got that sucker in. It's about time. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode of GTN. Want to thank you guys a lot for listening and watching on YouTube and listening on Spotify. If you're on YouTube, if you like this, be sure to give it a like. And if you haven't considered subscribing yet, I recommend you do so to keep up with some fine content coming out in the near future. If you're listening on Spotify, please follow the Spotify podcast. That way you can keep up with these episodes coming out in the future. And that pretty much does it for us. On behalf of Wyatt Walker, I'm Elijah Leonard signing out. And we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.